Alrighty, it is Thursday, but I have to go back to Wednesday. First things first, I ended up completing the second extras for chapter 36 and 37, so now I can officially queue those. The issue is that at the moment I have to be working on the audio files for the next video, so that's happening. After I worked on both of the extras, I ended up working a little bit on the pages, and then I got as far as just the characters, and then Monika and I decided to leave at 9:30 to go down to the bicycle guy. And if you've been following me on Twitter, you know that the moment that we left, we found out that Monika's bicycle had a flat tire in the back. We had to walk it all the way to the bike store, and by the time that we got there, we found it opened at 10:30. We arrived at exactly 10, so we had to wait a half an hour. And a little while after we showed up, this guy showed up, and then shortly after he showed up, these three guys showed up with the bike they needed fixed, and it's just like, all these people needed help, so like we had to hurry it up. Monika got to go first, and he charged her like $35 to fix her tire. But because the two other guys were there waiting, we decided to just leave and come back in an hour, because he said they'd come back for the bike in an hour. So we did. Actually, I think we came back for the bike like within like 2 hours, because like by the time we got back, it was like 11:30ish around about. And I went straight back to working on the pages. I got as far as just all the art, and then I got really tired. So I told her I just don't have enough energy to go back. So she went without me. She walked all the way there, and then she picked up her bike and brought it back. She told me that he adjusted her handlebars. She had to tighten them. That was the issue. He used some type of tool for that, and he didn't charge her for it, thank God. She came back really fast. I mean, it took her a while to get there. I think she was like gone for like a half an hour, I think. I don't know. I didn't really keep track. All I know is that it was like 10 minutes past like 12, I think, when she got back. Afterward, I finished the pages. It turns out there's going to be a ball joint doll meetup at Misua and Torrance, and Monika wants to go now. Before I couldn't really get her on board with going. I've only been to Misua Marketplace when I was in high school, and I barely remember what it was like. I think there's a Kinokuniya bookstore out there, or was. I think they might have moved it. I'm interested in going. I want to see other ball joint dolls. I figured this is supposed to be the meetup for people who miss Dolpa, but it's for all Asian dolls, including the A-Zone dolls and whatnot. So it sounds like fun to go and see. We'll see what's going on during the 23rd of September by then, because like right now, August has just barely started, and so much is going on. Like we got this notice yesterday saying that it's starting, I believe, today, or is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow, actually. Starting tomorrow, the garage door is going to be officially down, and so we have to go and get our clickers for it. I don't know when we're gonna have to do that though, but that would suck to go and then not be able to get back into this complex. So we have to do that either before we go or after we come back, mostly after we come back. Okay, so today I woke up at 2 o'clock, and I waited to get up at 2:30. So I completed the line art for pages 9 and 10, and then I worked on the first two audio files. I'm so tired right now. It's not even funny. I'm trying so hard to take a nap, but since I can't really sleep, I just decided to record. So today we're going to the wellness center. I don't know what order we're going to see everything, because we want to see Michael's today, but Michael's doesn't open up until 9. So I'm thinking maybe it'll be we go to Target, then Michael's, and then the wellness center, but I don't know. I feel like that's a weird order to do this in. And then from the wellness center to Walmart. Monika wants to leave at like 8 to 8:30, so I figure if we leave at 8:30, then we'll be at Michael's by the time it opens. I'll see how it goes. Alright then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Friday, but I have to go back to Thursday. First things first, we left for the Orange Fair Plaza at about 8 o'clock. We arrived at 8:30. Hit Target. They did not have a huge stock of Enjoy Life cookies. In fact, they only had one box, and it was the fudge brownie ones. So we got those. We still wanted to get a second box, so we figured, hey, now would be a good time to try those TimTams. So we ended up choosing out of the 4 flavors of TimTams that they had, the dark mint, and it was the best thing that we ever bought. It was so good. Oh my god. The only downside is that if you read the ingredients, it says it contains caramel color, which is actually bad for you. So I know we can't get this that often, but Monika wants to go and get some next week. I want to too. Okay, so afterward, we headed down to Michael's, and the moment that we were locking up in front of the Best Buy there, Monika got a phone call from the counselor that Ann Kim at the DOR got her. So this woman is not actually at the DOR. She is stationed somewhere like on Brookhurst and Crescent. I know that Crescent is the main street that comes before Lincoln, as far as I know, if you're going downward towards the beach. So we're thinking about, instead of taking our bikes, to just take our bus passes. I don't know, I have to check to see what else is out there, because if we're going to use a bus pass, we would rather use the bus pass on the whole day, which is really bad for me, because like we're doing chapter 55 next week. That means that day is completely dominated by us traveling around. Not to mention that and this is technically jumping ahead, our next meeting at the wellness center is going to be on Wednesday, so both Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be taken up. I think she's meeting the lady at like 10 or 10:30, 11, around there. Or is it actually, no, I think it's like 10 or 10:30, and then we're meeting Marianne on Wednesday at 11. So that's what's happening next week. Ugh. Okay, as I was saying, we headed down to Michael's. We ended up looking all over the place because they rearranged the whole store because they have the Halloween stuff out now. We found the duct tape all the way in the back, and we missed it like the first time we went over there. I picked up 2 burlap duct tapes. I really should have picked up a third one, because like the project I have, I ended up not having enough duct tape for it. And my god, it already cost like $10 to get 2 duct tapes. Okay, so after that we head down to the wellness center. Monika talked to Marianne. According to Marianne, the last care coordinator Monika had, Nelda, around this time last year, made some goals with her, and Monika had to work towards those goals, and most of the goals Monika already completed. So because it's the anniversary, Monika has to set new goals for this next year, and I don't know if she did. She didn't say if she did. I figure she did. But they're working on that now. On the other end of the stick, I completed the storyboard for chapter 57 and 58. When I got home, I ended up having to like adjust them, because there were certain scenes that were just time killers, and certain panels needed to be 2 pages big, or two panels big. They needed to be huge panels. So I hacked it up. Other than that, those are ready. I really want to go sometime later and just print out all the drafts for that, so I don't have to worry about those later. After the wellness center, we head down to Walmart, and we got a bunch of art supplies. I spent like $50 on art supplies. Technically, I spent some of that money on getting menstrual pads again, but we restocked on menstrual pads. And then I got this really good deal on acrylic paints. It was like $17 for a whole freaking pack of paint. We got 2 things of Mod Podge, because we weren't sure if we wanted matte or glossy. We could not decide. And we got really good paintbrushes, and what else was there? We ended up finding a broken wooden dowel. I mean, if we wanted to get our money's worth, we would have gotten an actual one that wasn't broken, but we didn't really need a dowel that was that long. What we needed was a one that was short, so that way Monika can use it to roll up things. We have nothing in this house that is like tiny and thin enough to roll up paper. I mean, the closest thing she probably could have used is the little needles that I got her, and like even then those are like way too small for this project. So yeah, she ended up getting this little dowel. And I feel like out of all the stuff that we bought, the dowel was the first thing that we ended up using when we got home. She ended up rolling up all these tubes of paper. No, actually, the duct tape was the first thing that we did. I completely forgot. Sorry. I take that back. Okay, so when we arrived, Monika made chicken and the steak that we bought. Because we bought chicken and steak at Walmart. I missed that. Because we bought that with her money. So. Okay, she made chicken and steak, and then I pulled out my cardboard recording station that I made, and I took it apart, and then we started lining it with duct tape, because I didn't. It's the cardboard has nooks and crannies, and I didn't want bugs coming in and making homes in it. And I don't know. I want to be careful, because like we had bed bugs back earlier this year, and apparently ants are a thing right now, and I don't trust them. So the entire project, just doing each individual piece, we did 3 pieces, took like 2 rolls of duct tape. We barely managed to like solidify the thing together. That's mostly because we were cheating and using a stapler at a point, but like the thing is that we need to get more. Like I said, the next time we go out down there is on Wednesday, so probably then I'm going to end up getting another roll of that duct tape, and I don't think there's anything else from that store that we wanted besides that. I ended up sorting through all my cardboard, so we're pretty much good and ready for when the paper cutter shows up. The paper cutter is mostly just going to be used for the cardboard though. In fact, well, also when we were at Michael's, we ended up seeing that the section where they have replacement cutter roller thingies for that specific type of paper cutter. I just don't know which size blade we're gonna need for it. There used to be decorative blades available for, I don't know, I didn't see them when they had them. I know that mom's paper cutter that she got came with all of them. I don't know, I didn't find one of those. I kind of hope that ours shows up with those, but it probably won't. In the meanwhile, all right, so afterward, we got caught up with the internet. I worked a little bit on the pages. I didn't get them done. I mostly just worked on the characters themselves. Oh, one of the things that we completely forgot to do was talk to Laura about getting the remote, because today is the day that the garage door goes down, stays down. And up to this point, for the whole year that went by, it was up, and then we could just enter from the garage. And now when we enter from the garage, we absolutely need a remote. It's going to take a while for them to get us the keys, these little fob keys to use the electronic keypads and whatnot. So we absolutely need to bring the remote with us. Hopefully we'll do that today, because we need to go down and get some more tomatoes before lunch. This morning I woke up at 3. I ended up completing pages 9 and 10. I worked on another audio file. Got way tired after 5:30. What else is on the agenda? I need to work on the rest of the audio files, and then I want to try to queue either the live journal chapters I haven't queued yet, because I haven't done all the month of October, and I want to have those done soon, because I don't want to forget about them. Especially because I just finished 36 and 37. I need to queue those, but I'm not at the moment. I have to wait until Saturday and Sunday would be a good time to do those, because that's the only time I'm free. And then later I also want, like I said, I want to print out all the drafts for 57 and 58. I can't really remember everything else I need to do. I have to go look at my to-do list. Alrighty then. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Saturday, but I have to go back to Friday. First things first, I went back on, I completed my last 3 audios, and then I compressed my video. I did take a little bit of time to try to mess around with my Paint Shop Pro brushes. I want to make a new one, but I'm trying to decide what shape it should be. I didn't do too much of that, because we had to stop and get off and go to Vaughn's. We picked up bananas, tomatoes, and frozen veggies, so we got some of those. What else is there? I didn't mention this on Thursday, but at the end of the day we ended up watching a series called Fastest Finger First, I think is what it was. And then for lunch on Friday we ended up watching the first episode of a series called Gamers. I'm just gonna say both of the series were terrible. Oh my god. For Fastest Finger First, what I really didn't like it is you could tell that the girl who was playing the lead female was not a very good actress. She had no way of making the character expressive at all, and I felt like the character's animation was more expressive than her speaking, and it made me feel like she obviously was a new idol and fitting into the role. I don't know. As for Gamers, I feel like it went pretty much felt like it was down the wish fulfillment road, and the way that it kept forewarning itself was kind of weird. I don't know. It was not what we both wanted, so we ended up for dropping both of those series. Okay, so we finally got to mess with our paints. I printed out some templates of leaf patterns, and so we started painting them green. And it was kind of a tedious job trying to make it look like a leaf. It's also my first time using Mod Podge. Oh my god, it smells so weird. I didn't expect it to smell like that. I was expecting it to smell like glue, but it doesn't smell like glue at all. But yeah, so far the whole leaf painting thing is turning into a really tedious project. I guess I'll do it over a period of time. I'm not gonna force myself to do a lot of it. As far as I know, I didn't really get to do anything related to the comics much. I think the biggest thing I ended up doing was trying to plan ahead future extras and rethinking specific things. I recently decided to change the second extra for chapter 40 and the second extra for chapter 39, but I still have no extras for chapter 38, which is the thing I need to do next, so I'm so stuck on that. I ended up taking a shower, and then we went down to the office to get the garage remote that they're distributing. We don't have our phone number memorized, so we forgot to give them our phone numbers. I have to go back down there and give them our phone number for it, because we had to sign out for it. The remote is very tiny. It fits in my my little carrying case where I put my phone. My phone is inside a bag that was intended for tiny cameras.
at Daiso. Both of them fit there together, so that's good. We're trying to put on our agenda to watch the movie for Excel World. I'm a little concerned because it's been a long time since we watched anything from Excel World, not since like 2012, I think. That's like, oh my god, that's like 5 years ago now? Oh my god. That's crazy. I don't know if I can remember anything from Excel World. But yeah, we're gonna try to watch that eventually. I don't know if we should watch it right now, watch it for lunch or whatever. Maybe we should. I don't know. I need to run it by Monika if she wants to watch it. Let's see, what else is there? So today, this morning, I woke up and I queued all the live journal chapters. I had a little bit of trouble logging into my account because I forgot recently. They made me change my password to protect it better. It temporarily banned my IP address from trying to log in because I messed up too many times. So I had to log in using private mode on Firefox, and I queued from chapter 31 to chapter 37. So that's from October, the first week of October to the second week of November, I believe. And I noticed that because of the whole photo bucket apocalypse, all of my expressions for my my live journal account are all gone, so I had to disable them. I don't know if I want to invest in trying to make nice ones again, because like as far as I'm concerned, it's tedious to host all those little expression faces, and I don't use my LJ as much as I did back when I was in between college and the early doll hobby. That was the time I was using it. It was like I used it a lot, like up until like when I got my Tumblr account, which was in 2013. So it was really late 2014 when I got my Tumblr account. So I think it's good to just leave it. I don't know if I should go out of my way. The only thing it was Muriel. It was a little mouse girl from that someone made from Miku Miku Dance, and I really loved her design. She was my favorite. Okay, so I'm compressing my video. It's done. I'm gonna put it up later today, and then once that happens, during that time, I'm going to be working on the rest of the mirrors for chapter 36 and 37, or at least 36, but I can't do 37 today. I wanted to load to Tapas and Smack Jeeves. So far, I haven't gotten back to work on any other things I need to work on, which upsets me because I was planning to. I remembered too late that we're going to be doing laundry on Monday, so that might hold me up a bit. So I think that the best thing to do right now is to try to like start working on chapter 55. I don't know how to explain that. Start working on chapter 55 so I can try to like have most of it like ready by the time that we're doing it, so I can do it in advance. Other than that, I don't know. It's just a pain. I'm tired. What else is there? Okay, so we went for our run. Much to our surprise, the garage door is still up. It's not down yet. I have no idea why they even are giving out these remotes if the garage door is remaining up. So I figured they're gonna, by the end of the week, stop keeping it up. It was supposed to go down yesterday, officially. Oh, whatever. In other news, I checked on my my tracking info for my package for Amazon. Apparently, it's not going to ship until the 7th. So it's just wherever it is there until the 7th. So I don't know if it's going to get here like before the 11th or sometime after the 7th. I don't know. It's hard to say. All I know is that it's not going to ship until then. So, oh man, I am not looking forward to the rest of this week. This is like technically my only vacation day, because like I was doing lots of working yesterday, even though I'm still doing lots of working today, and I've gotten nothing done for the extras yet, which makes me upset. I need to go and pull out other extras. Like I think the extra for chapter 41 is Dola's parents, so I have to like start coloring them in. Like, alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one.
Alrighty, it is Sunday, but I have to go back to Saturday. We ended up watching Boku no Hero Academia. I feel like this episode definitely made me feel like I sort of like the dynamic of Todoroki, Ida, and Deku, but I just after Todoroki blamed himself for the hand injuries, I felt like I could not like him. Because like
This was clearly about them and their own decisions, and like he's found a way to somehow make it about himself. And I feel like, wow, that character's like so self-absorbed. And like, yeah, they played up as a joke in that they laughed at him, but I kind of feel like it was very rude of him to like completely disregard that was their own decision. So after that, they said their next episode was going to be a filler, and they're going to cover everybody's time working. I think we're probably only going to end up watching Ochakos, and that's it. Other than that, I'm really not interested in knowing what Atsui did. I ended up doing a little bit of light painting because we're painting these leaves, and I didn't finish it. I only painted as much as of paint that I actually squeezed out of the bottle. Other than that, we looked at the Dalpa, because since Dalpa is going to be this September 1st and 2nd, we ended up looking at Dalpa to see what was going to be available, and the first day is going to be classes, and the second day is going to be the majority of the events. I don't know if we're going to do both days. It seems like we're just going to do day one because they have a face-up class and that first thing at 3 p.m. and the following classes go all the way up until 5 p.m., which is not necessarily something that we don't want to be cycling around as late as 5 p.m. So we're most likely going to go back home after for the 3 p.m. class. Most likely we're going to be wandering around the dealer room for a little bit. They call it the Sumika store, so I guess that we'll see that, and that's pretty much it. I don't really know if there's anything else we're going to want to do. Let's see, what else is there? Okay, so we ate lunch and we watched Token Rambu. I definitely want to say that Ufotable's version of the Citadel is so much better than Hanamaru's version of the Citadel. The Citadel in Hanamaru felt like it was pretty crammed. I feel like there wasn't a lot of resources. In this version of the Citadel, this whole joint is being run by foxes. And it's kind of interesting how every single team has their own fox. I don't know if that's native to the game or not, that you have multiple teams going out. As far as I know, I think you only play as one team at a time. I'm not really sure. I haven't played the game before, so I feel like to have a different style fox for every team is really interesting. I like the completely white fox. That was cute. This episode was mostly about emotional processing, and so it felt like nothing was going anywhere. I feel like the answer to a lot of conversations in that episode, I don't know, and I felt like that's what made it kind of a frustrating episode to watch, because like nobody had any distinction. It did offend me when Honebami said that only Yagen had ever been assigned on a team. It made me kind of upset because Defori Ichigo is clearly animated in one cafeteria scene, and I was just like, okay, so he's here. Why has he never been on the team? He looks like he would definitely be on a team, unless they're trying to say something about his popularity. Other than that, I'm annoyed by that. Other than that, the other thing that made my day was when they animated Kogitsune Maru. He only got like 2 shots and then he left the room, and he left the room so gracefully. His hair was so nice and long. I love Kogitsune Maru. I'm glad I got to see him. That's all I think I really wanted. Now, if only they'll show Yasusada, I feel like I would be extra happy. Alrighty, let's see. I know they probably should. They probably wouldn't show Yasusada based on the fact that he gets all of Hanamaru majority to himself. He's like the Mickey Mouse of that specific series, and to the point it did get a little annoying last year when we were watching it. Oh god. Okay, so after that we ended up visiting Northgate Market. We got some water. I feel like in the process of carrying the water, I feel like I hurt my neck a little bit. In the process, my neck hurt my jaw. So I really feel like there's something going on with that area of my body that I just don't know what it is. After that, we got home. I uploaded my video. For some reason, Welcome to the Ballroom recreators were not made available, and they're still not available. So I feel like maybe they're skipping for some reason. I know that Kakegurui is supposed to be skipping this week, so maybe they're skipping for a similar reason. I don't know. So yeah, and this is where everything started to suck. At 8 p.m. in the same day, the fire alarms randomly went off, and like we were so tired that we didn't even leave the room. We just stood around the bathroom waiting for the alarms to turn off, and then we just ended up going back to sleep. And because I was rudely awakened at so early in the evening, that I had a really hard time waking up my usual time early in the morning, as in I usually wake up at 2. So unfortunately I ended up waking up at like 4, so I only had like 2 hours to do stuff. I had to wake up Monika by about 5:30ish. I ended up missing and waking her up at like 5:40 because we're going to Walmart to get some meat today. So yeah, that's happening. And we're trying to leave by 6:30 because the store opens up at 7. So hopefully things will work out. I'm just like, ugh. I'm so mad about that fire alarms randomly going off. Ugh. So what have I done so far? I completed the pages 1 and 2 for chapter 55. Tomorrow we're going to the laundromat, and I'm hoping to set up the extras and probably could work on London a little bit. because I didn't get to work on London all weekend. I did, however, manage to load all of the chapters to LiveJournal, and then I loaded chapter 36 to Tapas and SmackJeep, so that's up. And today I'm doing chapter 37 because that's all I have completed. So I recently rethought what I was going to do for chapter 40. I think is going to be the chapter that comes out on the week of my birthday. So I'm going to make a birthday comic, and then before that, chapter 39, I'm going to announce that we're going to push back the closing of the character poll, and then I need something for 38. I haven't thought of anything yet. I feel like at this point all I can complete is 39 and 40, and that's it. So I guess I'm just gonna have to go with that. Alrighty then. That's the most that I can really think of that happened, aside from everything. I could have done more. It makes me so mad I didn't get enough done this weekend as I wanted to. And we have so much going on this week. Monika has 2 appointments back to back, one on Tuesday and one on Wednesday. I'm worried about both of them like throwing me off. So I'm going to try really hard. Maybe I should write in the description that we have appointments on these days, so these pages might come out a little late. Because typically I don't write down when we're going to the wellness center on the roster. I don't know, I should do that though. Anything else on my mind? No, that's pretty much it. Alrighty then, I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Monday, but I have to go back to Sunday. Okay, so we left for Walmart. We arrived at about I think 7:30 a.m. Didn't quite find the chicken that we wanted, so we decided to hold off on that until later. Instead, we ended up getting the beef, and that was literally all that we bought. They had nothing else of interest there. Everything was even the tomatoes and bananas, they all looked terrible. I got back and I completed loading all of chapter 37 to the mirror, so that's completely done. I proofread chapter 23. I completed the script for chapter 60, even though that I don't even have the storyboard for 59 done. But I mostly did that because I felt like I wanted it out of the way, and even if I don't keep it at what I printed out, I can always modify it. It's more or less the bones of what should happen. It has a twist ending. I don't know if I like it. I feel like it feels weird, but at the same time, I feel like there was no other alternatives to get rid of the snippy clippy, so I feel like I have to just go through with this. After that, I crashed until lunch. I was so tired. I think I got off the computer between 9 and 10, and then I woke up at 11 or 12ish. And then we ended up going down to Vaughn's for a little while. We ended up picking up everything we couldn't get at Walmart. Vaughn's did not have our spinach, so we had to go down to Stater Brothers later in the day, and we got spinach and chicken there, and we spent about $8, I think. That pretty much encompassed the majority of the day. Alrighty, so this morning I woke up at 2:30. Well, technically I woke up at 1, but I didn't get up until 2:30. And I worked on the pages. I got them done at 4:30, and then I got off. Monika made breakfast, and then we headed down to the laundromat, so the laundry's done now. While I was at the laundromat, I worked on the extras. I have an extra for chapter 38, and I'm considering making the other extra for 38 a relationship chart, but I don't know if I want to go through with that, because I always wanted to make one of those relationship chart things, but I'm not really sure if that's really necessary, because the majority of the characters don't have fully realized families. I mean, I think all the girls more or less have some kind of family, and then the guys don't really have all that much family. For Dodo, he at least has a aunt, and that's it. We don't know anything else about the rest of his family. Alrighty, so right now Monika's working on pages 3 and 4. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do today, because also while I was at the laundromat, I worked on London a little bit, so I'm hoping to progress London some more, at least modify her so she looks more pleasant. Other than that, I'm pretty tired from waking up so early. Tomorrow is Monika's appointment. She's gonna be meeting with that counselor that Ann Kim picked for her at the DOR. All I know is that this place, like I said, it's on Brookhurst and Crescent. And that means that it's near that Staples that I went, and I just donated my ink cartridges to fruitlessly. I was thinking about going there and picking up something, but I'm not sure at the moment what I want to pick up, because the last time we went to an office supply store, we found world maps, and we really want to get a new map of the world for one of our rooms, because back when we were living in the borders of Fountain Valley and Westminster, Monika and I had a world map in our bedroom. And now we're thinking about putting it in the living room. So if we, I don't know, we still want to get one because like we've always had a world map. I don't know how to explain why having a world map is a big deal. It's like a, I don't really know how to explain it. My mom got us a world map like years ago. And this world map that we're planning on getting is going to be like our third one, I believe. Because like our first one got ruined, and then the second one we had to roll it up and put it away when we moved, and we've never seen it since. So this would be our third one. I wonder if it's going to be modified. It's going to be updated with the whole situation with Ukraine, because that would technically make sense, but I don't know. It might not. Let's see. Other than that, I'm really excited about getting this map. Thinking about how I want to decorate it, I kind of wanted to like print out pictures of different flags and put it around it, because that would be cute. So yeah, what else is there? Is there anything else to say? And then on Wednesday, we're going back to the Orange Fair area in Fullerton. I'm going to get my duct tape. I need to get more tea. Monika says she's a bit tired of mint tea, so I'm getting the chai rooibos again, or rooibos, which is the cinnamon tea. I'm getting that again. I'll be making that in the morning. And then I'm going to get more chocolate tea because I only have 2 bags of that. I'm surprised at how very little tea that they packed in that box. That was disappointing. So I'm going to be spending a lot of money on tea later. So that's pretty much what's happening this week. As far as I know, there's nothing to watch for the rest of this week. I know that we ended up watching the Excel World movie. And it was very strange to be watching Excel World again. There was a 40-minute recap in the beginning of the movie. And it was kind of helpful because we hadn't seen Excel World in over 5 years. I think it came out in 2012 and it's already 2017. But even then, I kind of felt towards the end I could not remember specific characters. But yeah, it had a very interesting plot. This girl was a gymnast and she injured herself and she was embarrassed and she wanted to stay in the world and sleep. I thought that was very interesting. I feel like there's a lot of things to be said about Excel World that some people don't like. It gets compared to Sword Art Online a lot because it's by the same writer. I personally felt like Excel World was better. Kuriyuki Hime is my perfect example of a love interest that is literally the mentor and the rival at the same time. And I think that's pretty cool because like he wants to catch up to her, which makes her the rival. And then she is his boss, which also makes her like his mentor. And then she's also his love interest. And I feel like that made me like love her so much that she could do all 3 of those things, because you rarely ever see a love interest get all those qualities unless they themselves are like I don't know how to say that's like a yaoi. I feel like that's the only time that love interest gets all those things. You never see it happen with a girl. Let's see what else is there. Alrighty then. As far as I know, nothing else to watch this week, so I guess that's virtually it. I will see you in the next one.
Alrighty, it is Wednesday. I did not mean to skip Tuesday, but Tuesday was just so busy, and meanwhile I have to go back to Monday. Okay, so first things first, according to the internet, paper cutter shipped out on Friday and that it should arrive today on Wednesday. So that means that I can't go with Monika back to the Fullerton Wellness Center. I have to stay here and intercept the paper cutter. Mostly because we've had reports of people getting their packages stolen, so like I'm really concerned about that. So she's going without me. Her meeting is until 11, and so I'm going to stay here and wait for the paper cutter. The fire alarms went off twice yesterday. They went off at like 2 a.m. and then again at 4 a.m. My god, I can't believe it. I think by the second time nobody tried to leave the building. We don't really have a confirmation per se of why this happened, but Monika did point out that there's way more like no smoking signs in the elevators now, so we think that it could have been caused by someone trying to smoke or something, maybe in the elevator or whatever. I mean, how could anyone be that stupid? I mean, seriously, it's a fucking elevator. We ended up eating breakfast and then we left at like 8 to go to Monika's appointment in on Brookhurst and Crescent out there. It's still Anaheim though.
When we arrived at like 8:30, I did not expect that it would only take a half an hour to get there. Really didn't seem like it would be. But yeah, we ended up taking Broadway all the way down to Euclid, and then Euclid down to Crescent, and then Crescent all the way to Brookhurst. And it took a total of a half an hour. It just feels weird. Since we had extra time, we decided to lock up near Staples and wander around Staples for an hour and a half. In the process, we ended up getting a stapler combo set. It's just like a big stapler, and it comes with a little stapler remover and then a set of staples. And initially, that combo set's only supposed to be like $9, but because it was on sale during the school supply season, it was actually like $6. So we got it for a bit less, like $3 less. But then again, I still had to pay taxes, so it was still like $1 more. Right now, because it's August, they're having a office chair sale, so I can get some choice chairs for like much cheaper at the moment, but I'm still holding off on it. I feel like I'm gonna regret missing out on it. We already spent too much money this month. Also, we checked to see if they had world maps. They only had one world map that was like actual regular colors. All the other ones looked like they were intentionally aged for aesthetic, and we don't want one like that. So we got that only one single world map. So that one we got for $12, and that was good. Ugh, I had to carry that thing home. In the process, we also look at the computers, and I was checking out the graphics cards, and I'm so stumped as to what kind of graphics card I need to get. Because like I did find like a 6 GB computer with a really high graphics card, but at the same time I felt like I would want something a little bit as more gigabytes high stronger than that. I don't know, I'm only on the fence about it. I really want a good graphics card. Okay, so we went to Monica's appointment at 9:30. I worked on a bunch of extras. So I was actually meaning to work on the pages today. Pages like 5 through 7, I think. 5 through 7. Is that what I was hoping to do? I can't remember which ones they were. I think it was like 7 through 10. I don't remember which ones. All I know is that I didn't end up working on it, like I said, because I'm going to be staying home today while Monica goes to the wellness center. I already made a list of everything I need her to get, and I paper clipped the Michael's discount coupon that was printed out with our last receipt. Hope she doesn't forget. She's such a scatterbrain. Oh my god. Okay, so we got home at about like 11:30, I think, and we ate lunch. We watched the next episode of New Game. I feel bad for Hifumi. She's pretty lenient when it comes to being leader. I feel like Nene and Aoba's new friend that they just randomly brought in was so random. I feel like the only reason why she was there is to reinforce Aoba's resolve about her choices. That's all I can see. Other than that, the game that they're working on is so interesting. I really want to play / watch it. It looks like it's a lot of fun. Okay, so after that, we at 2 p.m. we ended up going down to do healing arts again. We did a guided meditation, and we did 2 paintings. One, we had to paint the past, the present, and the future on these little hand drawings, and then we had to do some dot paintings that were supposed to help relieve stress. And I feel like I'm the only one that does things differently. Everybody else did, like, they ended up making little shapes and dots, but I ended up actually taking I did an entire illustration in dots, and like I feel like that was probably not how this thing was supposed to be done, but all I could think about is be doing stuff in illustrated format. Got back at 4, got caught up with the internet, and then I ended up completing pages 5 and 6. So that was yesterday. This morning I woke up at like 3-ish, and then I worked on the line art for pages 7 and 8. I really hope Monica has time to call this in before she leaves. She typically gets done in about 10, and they're not really that complex pages. In fact, one of them is really easy. I'm so tired right now though. I want to go back to sleep. Today is the last recording of this audio, and then I have to remove all the audios and then start editing them. Typically after I record the last audio, I usually just wait a day and then start editing the audios the following day, but I actually feel like I should at least get something edited. I don't want to throw my schedule off. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one.